Guys, if you're broke right now and you feel like you're trying to do everything that you can to get out of this situation, there's two things that you need to focus on, and they're not about making money. It's hard when you're in this position, right? And you're watching all this make money online content. Everybody on Instagram's living the life and you're not, but you feel like you're just working all the time. And all these guys online, you don't know if they've been flat broke before because there's different challenges that you face when you're genuinely flat broke. So if you want to stop being flat broke, you need to focus on two things. First thing is emotion. You are in a low emotional state when you're not happy with your scenario. Now, a low emotional state can be triggered by other people that are negative. It can be triggered by lack of resources, which comes along with being broke. But a way to get over this low emotional state is to focus on things that are not tied to monetary value. When you're in a low emotional state, you go for low emotional activities, bad habits. So you need to be able to focus on your personal habits in order to accumulate the small wins. What do I mean by this? Well, when you're focusing on small wins, you're able to actually feel some positive emotions because you're actually succeeding on the things that you're trying. Now, these can be stuff like going on a walk, reading a book, getting up earlier, positive habits that you can actually control. Because the problem is, when you're 100% focused on finances, and there is a time and place for that, but when you're failing at the finances, you feel like you're failing at everything, if that's your only point of focus. So if you're trying to put personal habits, even if they're small, throughout the day, to add to your emotional state being positive, because you're succeeding at those, you're able to put yourself in the emotional state to be positive and not negative. If you feel like a failure and you feel like you're messing up and you feel like it's hard, that is going to make the journey of making money even longer. Whereas if you feel like you're winning all these certain things, when it comes to making money, you're able to look at it and feel about it in a much more positive way because you've got other things in your life that's going on rather than just money. So if you're just focusing on the money, you need to be looking at your emotional state like something that you need to protect. You need to try and find things where you can manipulate your emotion to your benefit. So by focusing on these other things and actually getting positive wins out of them, you're accumulating positive energy and you're triggering positive emotions. And then when you start building on positive emotions, then you're going into a cycle of positivity. And that is going to transfer onto your making money abilities. Because, guys, when you're in a low emotional state, it's like opportunities are repellent to you because you don't see opportunities, you just see negatives. So it's a very slippery slope to get into that. So you've really got to fight to get out of it and protect your emotional state. Now, this leads perfectly into the next obstacle that's in your way, and that is your energy. Now, when you are in a low energy state, in a low emotional state, your energy is going to be affected. And when you are low energy, your output is low. And now you can get low energy when you've just been trying for something for years and years and years and it's not working. Well, you can manipulate your energy state. So when you're in a low energy state, you're going to fall into stuff like eating junk food, porn, watching Netflix, social media. And the problem is with all these things, they're supplementing energy. They're supplementing real life experiences, but it's actually fake. So you never actually get satisfaction from these things. So you get more and more and more and more addicted to them. And the problem is with that is that's the slippery slope also, because you get into that negative energy cycle. Whereas if you're trying to focus on a positive energy cycle, so you might be not talking to certain people who are making you feel negative, you're trying to build good habits and put good habits in place instead of the negative ones, then you're actually putting yourself into a higher energy state. Like, have you ever had a great conversation at the start of a day, and then the rest of the day, you're talking to everybody in it's much more positive way? Because that brings you into a more emotionally positive state. Now, when you're trying to achieve your goals in a more emotionally positive state, you might be flat broke, but you're deciding to take that identity. So if you're focusing on your emotional and positive state, when you're focusing on positive energy and positive emotions, that's going to birth itself into your work. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you're sick and feeling broke right now, focus on your emotion and your energy. And these things are going to impact other areas of your life. And these are things that you can control. Because when you're broke also, if you're blaming it on things that you can't control, it's going to lead to a frustrating time. You're going to be unhappy because you feel like it's out of your control and you feel like it's not your fault. But the thing with your positive actions and daily actions is you do control them. Nobody else controls them. You can still accumulate those wins every single day and they will compound into something else through the quality of work that you're going to do. So if you're flat broke, Focus on those things first. It's not just about making money, because you can just burn yourself out. You can get yourself into this negative emotional state, and that is where you're just repelling opportunities that come. So focus on your energy, focus on your emotions, and look at them like things that you need to protect. Subscribe down below.